I'm Oskar.
I'm Dan.
Today we're in
The Arctic Circle.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Swedish Lapland, where we're about to check in at one of the coolest hotels we've ever stayed at, and a place that's been on our bucket list for so long. Oh my god, guys. Okay, we just arrived somewhere so cool. We're so excited to see it, and we're so excited to share it with you. A short drive north from the Swedish town of Lule, just on the border to the Arctic Circle, lies this one-of-a-kind hotel. With 6 land cabins and 6 overwater cabins floating on the river, Arctic Bath is a crazy unique destination in both summer and winter. And after having this hotel on our wish list for years, we were overjoyed when they invited us to come stay for 3 nights. We'll enjoy cold plunges and sauna, hot tubs, canoeing, gourmet Nordic food, and exploring the surrounding natural landscapes and spotting some wildlife. Let's start by showing you around our cabin, shall we? Alright, I'm so
Welcome home.
Welcome to our home for the next 3 nights, and your home for the next 3 nights. You're staying here with us.
Join us now for only $3.99.
Actually, you can join our channel membership for less than $1 a month if you want some exclusive videos from back in the day. But however, let's move on to this villa, because this is so cool. It's very, I think for us, it just feels like home in general, but it's very Nordic and maybe exotic to some people, but to us it just feels like home.
Home sweet home.
Yeah, it feels very cozy. We have our beautiful bed right here. Oh, it feels nice. It's like the right amount of bouncy.
Okay.
Up here, we have our beautiful little window, which
Sky window,
Yeah.
which the sky just looks white, but that's because it is.
well, right now, but in the winter, that's the Northern Lights window, so you can watch the Northern Lights from your bed. How
If
cool
you're
is
lucky.
that? I mean, yeah, exactly. If you don't have clouds in the sky. I think this is
A fireplace.
Fireplace, yeah. Coffee machine. We have tea over here.
Is it at me espresso? Some storage. We have a hanger for clothes. We have 2 chairs with a little table where you can sit and also enjoy the view.
I must say, I really like these.
I love them.
lamps. Like at first when I came in, I was like, "What is that? What is that?"
I just have to show you here above the bed. Look at that. How nice. The view.
And it's just so crazy to imagine that right now we're floating on the river. In the winter, the river obviously freezes, and so then the cabin just literally like freezes into
In
the
place.
ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we have a bit of mini bar. We have some drinks. We have a safe. Not that I imagine we need that here. We have our mosquito repelling machine. And now my favorite part, actually, the bathroom. I think this is beautiful. It has such a nice Nordic spa vibe. Yeah, the toilet, the sink, a little closet, and we are in an overwater villa after all. So our very own private overwater terrace with steps right into the freezing water. But then you can go between a hot shower and the cold water.
And I'm so excited to do a cold plunge, although granted right now it's about 10 degrees in the water, which is not a real cold plunge, but I feel
It's
like
cold enough.
it's cold enough to get the blood flowing through the veins.
So here is the main reception, restaurant, spa, and right here are our sun chairs and some other chairs and our villa. Oh my god, so cool.
Actually, the deck is so spacious, and it goes around the whole villa, which is
Yeah.
really nice.
That right there is our villa number 10. How crazy is it? It looks so small from the outside. It's like Hermione's or Mary Poppins' purses. Okay, it is time to go to the spa.
I'm so excited for a cold plunge. So this is pretty wild. This is the actual river. The spa is just floating on top of it. And so this, they keep ice-free even in the winter, and they're like bubbling up from the bottom. So the water in here is even colder than if you just go into the river like normal.
So there's a shower, there's a changing room. So she told us there's like a double sauna in here. There's one that's a nicer temperature, and then one where it's even hotter inside. Look how beautiful this is. Whoa. So we are gonna make the most of this. This is the thing we were most excited about here, to be able to go from sauna to cold plunge to hot tub. All right.
Okay.
Quick. It's time.
It's not that bad. I'll swim over to the other one. It's so funny because now the sun just came out and it's past 6 p.m. yet it's so hot. Like the sun feels blazing on my skin. I mean, it could be middle of the day, you know?
Amazing book. Recommend. We both loved it.
It's
Or
so-
loving it. We're done at the spa, and the feeling of zen is just...
It's zenning. There's nothing quite like the feeling of, I don't even know what it is, just complete relaxation after doing multiple rounds of sauna and cold plunges. For our first evening, we decided to organize a bit of a picnic on our terrace, and we would try the hotel restaurant with its innovative creations the following night. Oh my goodness. Not sponsored by Huel, by the way.
But one of my favorite sponsors, because we love Huel, and this is one of our go-tos when we want an easy meal. So tonight we just wanted a bit of a, in Swedish we say plick plock. In English it's like girl dinner.
Yeah, basic. Oh my god. Swedish had a word for girl dinner before English did.
Yeah,
Love that.
so I got some vegan salmon, which I'm gonna have, and then we're both gonna have cream cheese. And these, like, Swedish bread, you need to understand, is delicious.
This is fluffiness in a package.
Yeah, we've always been obsessed with Biscoff, but we finally let ourselves get it, because we were, for so many years, we were like, oh my god, it's so unhealthy, and now we're like,
Shaming ourselves.
life is short. And we have this, which is also something we love when we can get it, Alpro Greek style. We're gonna put some blueberries and Biscoff into the yogurt to make it, you know, a bit healthy with the blueberries and a bit unhealthy with the Biscoff.
You know, life is all about balance.
Yeah, and then we're also gonna add some soy protein Krispies. You know, I would say we're sliving right now. We just had the most relaxing spa session. It's just like so peaceful and tranquil.
I cannot describe how calm it is right now. There's no wind. There's just the bird song. We just saw the cutest ducks as well swimming past our.
With the babies on, some babies on her back. We just have to say that being in Scandinavia is really like a unique feeling.
Yeah.
Unique.
It's a unique feeling.
Yeah, because it's so clean and fresh that you genuinely feel like you're healing your body, even if we're eating shit, some of it. Yeah, you just feel like everything around you is so good for you. So we're gonna enjoy our dinner. Time-lapse time.
So it's currently 8:40 p.m. and the sun is still super high in the sky. I just checked the weather app and I was so confused at first because I couldn't really make out what it was saying about sunset. I was like, it's just more than 7. I really had to make a double take before I was like, oh, no sunset in the next more than 7 days. The sun is gonna stay in the sky for at least the next week and never set. Good morning. It's happening. And here goes guy number 2.
Guy 1 and guy 2.
You can do it. Just go in super quickly. This is our biggest difference in personalities, I think.
Yeah, I don't rip off the band-aid. Turn off feeling.
Well done, well done.
Okay. We are heading to breakfast. I've said this a million times, but I wish we could take this air, put it in a little jar, and send it to you because it is magic. So many people would pay so much to breathe this air.
Some blueberry juice to start. A latte.
Blueberry juice. Thin air vibes.
Thin air vibes. Alright, and with some breakfast done and dusted, we are off to the spa again, and this time we're doing their like signature spa ritual. We don't know exactly what that means, but we're gonna be doing a lot of barabastu. Okay, we're a bit, I mean, in a good way, we're drained and exhausted after that sauna ritual because that was amazing.
The sauna experience was basically in 3 parts where they would do different scents for each part.
Yeah.
And then this guy would be like fanning us and doing all this stuff to make sure that we didn't get an air barrier around our skin so that we'd really be hit by the heat. And it was by far the most intense sauna experience we've ever had in an amazing way.
Yeah.
For example, you have to move your body a bit before you can go back into the sauna or do anything else to get the blood flowing, because when you go in the cold water, your extremities are like deactivated because your body is just trying to preserve the core parts. So it was fascinating and it was so much fun. I wish we could do it again. We'll try to recreate it ourselves.
Yeah.
There were some New Yorkers doing it with us and they had never even tried a sauna until yesterday when they tried it here, which is crazy. By the way, this bed is so comfortable. So like right now we're debating, this is like behind the scenes, typical us.
We're not debating internally, we're debating between the two of us.
Yeah, because I want to just like chill in bed and read and do whatever. And Oskar is like, let's do an adventure. Let's drive 1 hour to a museum. And I'm like,
we're in this area, you know, it's not like we're gonna come back anytime soon. So why not explore the whole, you know, surroundings?
I know, but at the same time, this hotel is a destination in and of itself.
It is. And we've experienced it now in the morning. And so now we're off to see the wizard.
Oh, but the bed. Which team are you? Enjoy the cozy bed and read and relax, or go on all these adventures?
How about this? We have how many hours until we have 4.5 hours until dinner. If we do the outing, that takes like 3 hours, then we have an hour and a half. Okay, the time has come to do something now that we couldn't go on our road trip, but we're gonna go in one of these bad boys. We've already been in the... This is more exhausting than you'd think. Especially we're trying to figure out like how do we stay straight, you know, and not keep going like zigzagging. So we've now figured out, I think, that the one in the back luckily has to go less strong than the one in front. Like the one in front has to use more power.
Luckily.
No comment about strength, just about willpower.
Do you want to switch spots? The rain, it's coming. And the hotel is there. Paddla för helvete, Ola. This is fun. Oskar, shh. Look what's there. How cool is this?
This is such an epic location. So a place like this is obviously really cool both in the summer and in the winter for very different reasons. In the winter, it will be very, very dark up here. The sun will barely rise above the horizon at all, but you'll have complete snow coverage. The whole river will be frozen. But I think a general point, which always kind of, I don't know, it doesn't annoy me, but it's just, I think Sweden does a really, really terrible job of like marketing itself for tourism. Finland has done such a great job of marketing like Finnish Lapland as a destination, and Lapland really is just a huge region that is in Sweden, it's in Finland, in Norway, in Russia as well. It doesn't just exist in Finland, but somehow it's become like synonymous with Finland. If you're looking at going to Lapland in either summer or in winter, you know, Sweden is another option.
So if you're coming here with a bigger group, I guess, or you just don't want to stay on the water for some reason, the land villas seem to be much, much more spacious. It's a trade-off because you can't swim directly from your villa, but you can start from the main part where there's a little Arctic beach right here.
I was gonna say, do we call this a beach? I'm not sure if it qualifies, but... And then, after our girl dinner the previous night, it was time for a real gourmet dinner at the hotel restaurant.
Hot towel.
For a hot towel connoisseur.
This is definitely the first hot towels we've received in Sweden. And then we have nettle juice.
Oh, that's what it's called in English, nettle.
Isn't it?
I don't know.
Whoa. I was like scared to drink that.
Like it's gonna burn my mouth.
For full transparency, we paid for this meal ourselves, and there is only one vegan set menu available, which is why we didn't eat here every single night. If you don't have any dietary restrictions or preferences, the menu rotates every night.
Okay, I'm gonna try to re-explain or retell what this is. Parsley gnocchi on a bed of roasted edamame beans or soybeans. Roasted zucchini, and then she poured on a coconut-based sauce with dill oil in it.
Wow. And not to mention the gnocchi's in the shape of a leaf. I love dill.
Last but not least, our dessert was this panna cotta served in the shape of a mushroom, which we thought was really cool.
We just had to capture how beautiful it is right now. The sun finally came out, like, for real. And it's so calm. Like, do you hear that? Like, we were just in the restaurant having dinner, and it was so, not loud, but there were Americans inside, so we love that about Americans, but it was just very loud in there, and then we got out, and all we could hear were the seagulls, and that's it. There's no wind, no traffic around or anything. Just so calm. This is such a random thought, but isn't it crazy how, like, there are certain things in life every day that you just take for granted? Like the sunrise and the sunset. The sun rises in the morning, sets at night. And that's just the way it always is. And then in some extreme parts of the world, that's just not true, because if you're within the Arctic Circle, there are parts of the year where the sun doesn't rise and when it doesn't set. But now that we're here and we're experiencing it for the second time ever, it's like it makes you question whether anything is really a given. It's just such an interesting thought that like 99.9% of people in the world can take something for granted or think that something is a fact. And then there might be aspects of it that we haven't considered before or that we just haven't seen or experienced that would refute that whole common sort of understanding.
And the following morning, time for a real adventure in nature.
Good morning. Wow, this is insane. Such a beautiful morning. The river is completely still. You can't even tell it's a river.
It looks like a completely blank lake. Well, anyway, I'm very, very happy we're getting this weather today because we are heading on a super exciting excursion this morning. We are getting picked up by a guide and we're gonna get to explore the local area. Apparently, the guy we're meeting is a bit of a legendary guide in this area, it seems like. You ready for some nature time?
Where's my kips?
It's in the bathroom. No, it's not. It's here. Sorry.
Good morning! We are gonna go see animals in the wild. The best place to see animals.
But that's basically what these videos are, right? Animals in the wild. Us in the wild. For our final day in Lapland, we would go on an epic road trip with Mikke from Hide and Seek, an inclusive and accessible outdoor activity organizer based in the area. Mikke is known locally as the Moose Whisperer and has even been featured on The Ellen Show for his talents. He comes from an Indigenous Sami family and has relatives all over the area we'd be exploring today. On the way, we just had to make a stop at the official entrance into the Arctic.
You may think this is our new house, but this is actually a marker for the start of the Arctic Circle. And it's so crazy because there's a line through nature we're gonna show behind you guys right now, where it just separates what is below the Arctic Circle and what is above. So now I'm in the Arctic Circle. And now I'm not in the Arctic.
Isn't it so hot over here and so cold right up there?
I want to lay on the beach right here. And right here, I'm like, where's my jacket?
The line continues all the way down there and then all the way up here as well. I don't know if you can tell, but through the woods as well, there's like a clearing. And it goes all the way up to the town of Jokkmokk, which is where we're heading right now. Wow, so this is how much the border of the Arctic Circle varies. I mean, over a very large time span.
Don't worry, guys, we'll be dead. We found Huel in this like tiny town. We were stressing if they'd even have it in Lule, and now we found berry flavor, which they didn't have in Lule here.
So rare.
We have made it much further. Just for some context, Sweden, a lot of our power comes from renewable sources, amazingly, and most of that is from hydropower. So the big company in Sweden that does that is called Vattenfall. We're from the south, so you just sort of hear it, but you never see it or experience it. But right now we're at one of their biggest generating points, and it's insane.
The sort of sad aspect of this is that the indigenous population up here, the Sami people that used to sort of rely on the river for, sustenance, for navigation, for all that kind of stuff, they were obviously, or well, not obviously, but they were not consulted when all these dams and all these power plants were built. That obviously caused a lot of destruction for them and disruption in their lives. So that's sort of the sad aspect of this. So I don't know, take what you will from it. The further we drove north and inland, the more the landscape started shifting from vast forests into dramatic mountains, rivers, and waterfalls. This is wild. It's so wild to us that this is Sweden. We feel so grateful right now that we ended up being able to go here and that this is what Micke suggested that we do today, because I don't think we would have gone here otherwise. It's a lot of driving to go from where we were staying, but definitely been worth it already just coming here and, I don't know, seeing something completely different. And we're getting kind of nostalgic because it's kind of taking us back to our 100th country of New Zealand, which is still one of our most like cherished trips and memories ever.
Micke also gave us a glimpse of traditional Sami housing, some of which is still used today by reindeer herders.
Kåta? I have no idea what the name is in English.
Och här var en helig plats i en kåta. Här hade morsan eller min mormor. Här var köket. När man var liten då sprang man inte och hoppade här. För då fick man på huvudet. Då skällde de upp en.
So Micke was explaining how these leaves are meant to be insulation against the cold, obviously. One of the things he remembers the most when it comes to like smells throughout his life is when the leaves were fresh and they just put them in. And to this day, he can still remember what that smell was like.
He also told us so much about what it's like to be Sami in this day and age, what it's been like in the past, and he was truly such a wealth of information, and we're going to share more about that after this excursion.
All right, people who have been here to Laponia, and you could say there's a slight overrepresentation of people from this region.
But look at this. How cool is this?
Oh wow, I wonder if this is accurate. But yeah, just to give you a sense of whether this is a place that people from your region of the world have traveled to or not, and whether you should come and see it.
This is just amazing. We're gonna go have lunch out here.
Us and literally no one
The
else.
smells, the sounds.
Our guide Micke, I'm gonna start calling him Mikey because like saying a name in Swedish just disrupts my flow of speaking English, so it doesn't make sense. Mikey is an amazing guide. He's showing us so many places that we literally never would have seen otherwise, and where most people that are even coming here to the national park wouldn't dream to drive to. So
And there's so many places just out here in nature where he's like, oh, I have memories from doing this here or doing that there as a child.
and literally like, oh, a cousin lives here, another cousin lives here. So
Yeah.
it's like we're really seeing the whole family history.
Greece or Sweden?
Or Sweden. I think more than anything, the conclusion of this video, see more of your home country and see more of things that are close by that you rule out because it doesn't feel as exotic or whatever. If we would have seen a place like this in another country, it would have been really cool. But now, since it's Sweden, it just feels even more special to us.
So we just want to thank Mikey for an incredible day of adventures together. We're going to leave a link, so if you stay at our Arctic Bath or even if you come through the area, you can book an excursion with him because it's awesome.
Perfect.
It is our final morning, and I just want to tell you, if you're interested in coming here to Arctic Bath, or maybe combining a few days here with a few days at the famous Tree Hotel nearby, you can book your hotel stay through me and Oskar. We have a travel agency. We'll get you amazing perks. You'll get free breakfast when you stay here. You'll get a free spa ritual, and you'll just get better treatment because we've worked with the hotel now. They invited us to stay here this time. Book through us. You'll be supporting us. You'll get the travel advisor experience. The link is below.
What a day yesterday. One thing that's actually really sad and that we talked extensively about yesterday with Mikey is that we don't really learn a lot about Sami people, about our own indigenous population in Scandinavia in general, but like in Swedish school. I remember hearing a little bit about Sami people and, you know, their traditions and stuff, but
mostly it was like actually just stereotypes. It wasn't really used as an opportunity to actually educate us about what life is like for Sami people and what life has been like for Sami people while they've been oppressed for so long by the Swedish state. Mikey told us horrible stories about how the church used to forcefully convert Sami people by digging 2 holes or cutting 2 holes in the ice, basically 30 meters apart, and then putting Sami people on like a string and forcing them down into one of the holes, dragging them underneath the ice, take them up on the other side, like through the other hole, and then say like, are you a Christian now? And they'd be like, no. And then they do it until they basically say like, yeah, I'm a Christian now. And not to mention the banning of the Sami language in education, and it wasn't lifted until well into the 20th century. But then on top of that, I thought it was really interesting to hear about the sort of differences within the Sami community as well, because there's this stereotype that everyone who's Sami is a reindeer herder, but that's apparently not true, because there were so many Sami people that, for example, were fishermen or they did something else entirely. And when Sami people got more sort of autonomy or granted more rights within Sweden, the people who weren't reindeer herders all of a sudden were kind of left behind, because reindeer herding was seen as like the Sami activity. So people who weren't doing that or who didn't own reindeer ended up being like banished from the towns that they lived in for generations prior. So just really interesting to hear about all that stuff that we literally had no idea about, although we've lived in this country for so many years.
I am actually so sad to be leaving. At least the weather is making it a bit easier, but this has just been the most relaxing, healing experience. One last deep breath. All right, it is time to leave. Time to say goodbye.
Hej då, hej då.
We've had an amazing trip. Thank you for joining us as always. We really appreciate you. If you haven't already, why not subscribe to the channel? And until we see you in the next video, see you around the world.